Hey everyone, I'm Basanta from Smarter Guide. In this video, I'm going to show you one simple tips for how to create any width, any length video on your iPhone or MacBook using Keynote. You don't need some delicate software for creating the video. Especially for example, if you want to share your video on Instagram story or IGTV or Facebook story, then you might have noticed the horizontal video doesn't fit on that very well. So in that case, you can create some kind of background graphics, or you can choose the default layout of the background and put the video on top of that background and create a movie so that you can post it as a story. So with that, that can be done with iPhone or with MacBook. And if you want to do that, watch this video. First of all, before going to the Keynote, there is one tool that you can actually use to design those kind of background graphics. Let me pull that up here. Canva is an online tool that you can use for creating different kinds of background and different kinds of designs and everything. For that, just create a design here and choose size depending on your destination. For example, I'm gonna choose Facebook story. By the way, Facebook story and Instagram story and Instagram television IGTV use same size, that's 1080 / 1920, and the vertical video mode, video or picture mode. If you choose Facebook story, it will utilize that layout, the vertical layout, and from there you can import your own picture, or you can utilize the picture available here on the left side, left palette. And there are so many other photos, different kinds of elements, charts, text, and music, video. You can enable everything. And let me show you what I created recently. This is the one example I created yesterday, and this basically is pretty good graphics, and you can create your own graphics, but just example. So with that, once you create graphics, you can publish and pay for the download. That one thing you can do to get exact high quality. As I showed you before, the quality of the image is 1080 by 1920 for this example. If you want that exact quality, you have to download, and for that you need to pay for it. It doesn't allow you to download for free, but you can always crop out the image, zoom it little bit, and then use Command Shift and 4 to crop out the image after final designs are complete, and crop out and then paste it into Keynote new project. Okay, let me go back to Keynote, and this is not the one I want. Yes, let's create a Keynote project, new, and then choose some design. As I mentioned earlier, you may choose the default design if you like it, or if you don't like it, just create the design from different tool like Canva and then paste it here. This time I'm gonna use default white layout, and from there on the top right corner there is document section. You can change the different size in there. One of that we'll be changing is slide size. That's currently 16:9, but you can change it to different size. For example, I want the opposite, the vertical layout, 1080, and I want it 1920. You can do any size. Sometimes you may want some cinematic video. In that case, you can do that too, like 2560 by 1080 kind of things. So with that, it becomes vertical, and you paste your design over here. just like I showed you from Canva. You can also use the default theme from here, but it's up to you. This time I'm not going to worry about the background and all. I'm just going to show you this step. Once you have design and some frame for the video, your horizontal video will go in the between. Let me get my video, example video here. Okay, this is one just example, and once I import the video, I place it in the appropriate location. If I want to cut out the sides, if I don't need the sides, I can cut out like that so that it plays only the middle. In this case I need a whole part, so I just put it like that. If you don't need the sides, it will be even bigger, so do based on your requirement and based on your video, original video. So if you have video that's only centered and you want this only the center part, you don't want the sides, you can cut it out like that. And once you finalize this section with all the background and graphics, now it's time to export. For that, go to file again, export to movie. So with this, there are a couple of options to remind you here, and these are the things that you need to make sure you have to have 0. This is before the video starts or after the video start, kind of time that needs to wait before the video start or after the video completes. So I don't want to wait any second, 0 second, so I just put 0 in both the fields. It won't wait for the video to start, it plays immediately. And choose the quality, appropriate quality, like this, and then next choose the file name. One more thing here, if you want to have multiple clips joined together, in that case how do you do? In that case, just go to next slide, add slide, and similarly I'm just pasting the same video here, but you can do different video. And do the same. I already did the part, so I don't have to change again. Export to movie. If I set it to 0, both movie, the first clip and second clip should run in sequence, one after another. Again, this background, if you want to have same background on those 2 clips, you can have it. If you want different background, you can change that to one background for this one, another background for this one. Yeah, that's how you can create video on MacBook using Keynote. You can have multiple clips joined together using different slides, and at the end when you export, don't forget to change that timestamp, wait time to 0 on both the fields, and the quality. That's what is important more than anything. That's all for MacBook. Let me go back to my iPhone, and this is my iPhone. Let me pull it together, and for that I need to bring my iPhone screen here. So this is my iPhone screen here. Let's hang it, and I'm on Keynote right here. I can still I already have that presentation, but let me create one. Here I choose some default layout. You may want to create your own graphics, but in this case I'm choosing one default. And from here click on the setting 3-dot menu on the top right corner. If you see here, 3-dot menu, and from there go to document setup section. there you have option to choose the slide size on the bottom right corner, and you can choose any available size, or you can choose custom size. This time I'll use custom size. Let's say cinematic photo video. I want 2560 divided by 1080. 2560 is horizontal and 1080 is vertical. It will be flat cinematic photo video. So with that, now I can remove that, or I don't need that actually. I'm done. I don't need that, so delete. I don't need that, delete. I'm using the default background, so it's kind of black, but you can change always. This time let's put my picture as a background. I just choose some random picture, so don't worry about that. And click on this one and click on the brush sign to get the extra details of the picture. You can change the brightness of the picture so you can see the slide frame. Let's set that to somewhere in 40-45%. okay, it doesn't really matter. And this is it. Yeah, see, slide, it's very rarely visible, but it's still visible. It's okay. And after that, you have background and you have everything. Now you want to import your clips, video clips. For that, go back to the plus icon again on the top right corner, and then from there, plus icon right here, and then click on the photo and video. If you have something somewhere else, you can do that too. And from there, choose this time I'm going to video and choose some video. Let me put this one. It's and choose. It will place here. Right now, if you see, there is a little bit wide, I mean the side is remaining on the cinematic photo, and in such a situation I may not want all the width of the video. In this case I just crop it out, I mean put it, expand it so it will fit on the cinematic, and that's all. That's pretty much it is. Yeah, it covers everything. So now if I go and export, again I have to choose movie, and here you want to set that timestamps to 0 again, before and after slide times to 0, and minus 0, and choose the resolution. Here unfortunately you cannot choose custom size, but as long as your video quality is high, it will show you the appropriate size, so you don't need to worry about much. You can choose the original size as well as the default size that are given. So once I choose 1080, let's say, and hold on, slide range. If I have multiple slides, I can give the slide range. You can do that in Mac as well. I didn't show you before, but you can choose the slide range from what slide to what slide. So that will export only certain part of the keynote. So that's all. I have only one slide, so I'll export everything and export. Now it appears like I can send it to my MacBook. You can save it to the files also. You can share it to a folder, iCloud Drive, and you can save video. It's saved. You see, this is cinematic video I just created. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching.